Kia ora and welcome to Yoga Play. My name is Kelly and I have been gone for quite some time. I injured myself while skiing. I broke the top of my tibia off, which had the ACL attached to it. And I have been in recovery for the last few months. But I am now looking forward to getting back to it and I cannot wait to make a start. So today, our practice will focus on self-love and also maybe a little bit of healing from heartbreak. And that goes out to a special friend of mine. So let's clear some space. Let's play. Alright, so today we are going to start on our back. So just turn around and then slowly lower it down. Maybe give the core a little workout, a little burn here. And just lift the shoulders off and place them down again, just to make sure everything is nice and flat on the ground. And I just want you to hug your knees in here and just let it all out. Allow the shoulders to be soft. Just nod the head yes and no. Adjust the ponytail if you have a ponytail that's in the way. Making sure that we're not back like this and our chin's not tipped forward too far either. It's just a little yes. Little no. And then just release the hands and just over the knees and just place them on the knees. And I want you to take a deep breath here and really fill the belly. So much so that you might find that your knees lift up a little bit and then relax. Letting it all out through the mouth. So big inhale. Fill the belly, that small motion through the knees and the legs, and then so just a nice calming sensation. And when we have our knees tucked in, we can really feel the belly become nice and big, filling with fresh new air. And resetting the body and the mind with some new beginnings here. And give 2 more deep breaths here. So, and just a light touch on the knees, and then you're not forcing the knees out, it just goes with the breath. And again, give yourself a little hug. Maybe rock from side to side, just a little bit here. Give yourself some self-love. And just think to yourself all the things that you feel positive about in your own life. How amazing you are to come to the mat and make that time for yourself. And you are all beautiful. And then just slowly allow the hands to come down wherever really. And I want you to feel yourself unfurling. So you might want to take one leg out at a time. You might want to do both. You might want to reach the hands out in this. This is completely up to you how the body moves. Just let yourself be guided, almost like a stretch where it kind of expands in every which way. And it's a beautiful thing. So just whenever you're ready, just lengthen out. Maybe the hands come up, maybe the body goes to the side. Oh, that feels really good in the spine for me. And just continue that motion of sort of rolling, opening, unfolding. Just sort of allowing yourself to brush the earth, the mat. Remember, we don't need a mat. Just everywhere, just on the ground. Just let yourself roll in any direction. There is no right or wrong here. Maybe another twist. Maybe you come all the way onto the belly. Take a few breaths here. And maybe that felt so good. We'll do it on the other side as well. And then when you're ready, just draw the knees up. And just readjust on your mat just to settle in here. Bringing the hands down onto the belly once more. Big breath in, fill that belly. And one more. Notice the pause. And then, alright, just allow the knees to come over to the side. We're going to come up to all fours. So just do it nice and gently. Any way that feels good, you do you. Set the knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. And we're going to start with a bit of cat-cow, so big breath in. Arching through the lumbar spine, and then exhale, really pressing into the fingertips as we arch the back. Inhale, lift. And exhale to arch. Continue to build on this movement with the breath. And it's a really beautiful movement. I always feel quite sexy when I do this movement. Big inhales here. And then maybe add a little bit more by moving through the hips, adding maybe a little twist here at the top, allowing the shoulder blades to fully contract. And then roll it up. And then we're going to do one more. Exhale. Tuck those toes and then come to neutral. And just find the neutral here, drawing in through the belly button, pressing down into those toes, spreading those hands and turning those elbows inwards so that you've got those index fingers facing forward. Now pressing into the J, the thumb and the index finger. Big breath in. And as we exhale, slowly press back into the heels and come all the way up. Oh, big first down dog of the day. I don't know why I said big. I mean, it's probably should stay the same size, right? And I just want you to pedal the feet here, move the hips, because today it's all about feeling sexy, yeah, because we've got a broken heart, but that doesn't matter because I love you, and sometimes that sort of stuff just happens, right? So it's about getting back up and taking pride in yourself and giving yourself some self-love. Alright, pressing out of those shoulder blades. I want you to lift up onto the heels, bend the knees, bringing the thighs towards the chest, and then draw the heels back down. Take a big breath in and glide all the way to the front to our plank. Maybe reset the feet if you need to. Nice and strong here. And then come all the way back up, drawing in from the belly button first. Take the right foot up to the ceiling on the next inhale, and then draw it in, and then take it back out. We're going to do 3 of these, so make it really count. Knee in, in the head, in the gut, and then slowly lower it back down. Shake the head, a little yes, a little no. And before we move on to the other side, let's do 3 big lion's breaths here. So big breath in. Stick that tongue out and oh, that feels so good. Inhale again. Last one. Make it count. Take a big breath in, lifting through the left foot and bring it into the chest. Pause for that little second here, and then draw yourself all the way back up. Draw it in again, hold, and all the way back up. And one more time, all the way back up. And then lower it down nice and easy. Glide forward, and maybe take it to the knees this time, or you can come down all the way to baby cobra. Slide it through, shoulders down at the back, elbows tucked in, and kneecaps off the ground. Come all the way back to down dog. Take that big bend and step forward with the right foot in between the hands. Take the foot at the back, the left foot down, the heel down. Set yourself up for some balance, and then really drive through that front foot like a phoenix out of the ashes. We rise nice and tall. And bring the hands to heart center. Now we want to check out those alignment points. Yes, legs nice and strong. Now we're going to open up to the front. Perfect. We're going to do a little bit of Tai Chi here, so just extend the arms nice and long, shoulder height here, reaching through those fingertips. We're going to take the back hand and we're going to push forward and then come to a beautiful sun salutation. So drive it forward, turning the torso as you go, push that force, that imaginary force, and then glide the arms backwards with a reach. Beautiful. Try that again. Come forward, pressing with that back arm. Drive the other one next to the hip. Extend the arms all the way backwards. One more time. So a little bit of Tai Chi here. Looking like a warrior, because that's what you are. For coming to the mat today and taking some time for some self-love. Beautiful. Power through. And on the next exhale, just lift out of that front leg. Keep those arms nice and long. Extend yourself forward. And then just allow the arms to come up and over, turning the torso to the front. You can have your hand on your hip to sort of coax the hip round. Or you can have the arm up, eye gaze up as well for an extra balance. Just remember to draw in through that belly button, activating the core. And we're here for 3, 2, 1, and just come all the way back up, back into our warrior 2. Cartwheel those arms to the front, and farty noises with the mat. Always a great way to put a smile back on the dial. And you can glide forward and take a little vinyasa here if you like, or you can just stay in your downward facing dog. Up to you. Cobra or full up dog. Choice is yours. Strong through those back legs. Lift back up to down dog. Other side, big bend in those knees. Left foot is going to come to the front. Place that heel down. Set up those foundations. Drawing through that hip so that it's not coming out to the side. Line it all up. And again, like a phoenix from the ashes. Nice. Hands come to heart center. Really feel the power driving through. And it's almost like you're pulling the pulling the ground apart here, really pressing in, and then drawing up and inwards into this pelvis, the powerhouse of the body, right? The hips. On your next exhale, turn to face the front or the back, whichever one is you, right? We're coming into our warrior 2, extending the arms long, and we're going to go through that little sweeping motion once more. So stay nice and deep in the legs. Feel that warrior 2 through the arms and keep pressing. It's like you're pushing through an imaginary force here. Really strong. Twisting through the torso using those obliques and then coming all the way back. Beautiful. And again, pushing to the front, drawing in through the core, sending it all the way back. Don't forget to breathe here. So coming all the way to the front again. This is our last one. Make it count, make it count. Beautiful, nice and strong. I always like to hold on to my back leg just for a little bit of balance, and so that I can come into my arch of my back a little bit more as well. Now gently with a big breath in here. On the exhale, soften through that front leg. Ooh, there's a click. It's my bung knee. Shift the weight forward with the torso, sending that hip back, and then glide down. Now just like before, you can have the hand on the hip to coax the hips and the rib cage round to the front. Arm reaches up, and almost imagine someone's gripped the wrist and is just gently lifting you up just a little bit more, and just rotating that rib cage round a little bit more. And we're here for 3, 2, 1, and slowly come up, bend through the knee, yielding to the earth, and then sweep the arms around, back to down dog. And again, you can have a little vinyasa here if you like, coming forward, all the way down, rising back up dog, and back to down dog. Take a big breath in and lift the right leg to the heavens. We're gonna come in through our knee to nose once more 3 times, but this time a little quicker. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, bring it in and out. In and out. So really round through the spine here, pressing into those fingertips. Keep it going. Drawing in that energy, feeling the heat. And one more. And bring it all the way down. Other side, lifting up, inhale to reach. Ready? Let's go. See if you can really exhale as you come forward. Draw in through that navel. Keep it going, you're doing great. And lower it down, nice and easy. Bring the knees softly to the ground. And just take the hands out in front. And allow the belly to drop and the chest to come to the floor. A little bit of a puppy pose here. So really extending through the front of the chest here, opening up through the pecs. Press into those back legs. I always say back legs. I mean, there's no front legs, so head down, simple breath. And slowly bring the hands next to the head. Press up. Just bring the knees together just slightly and curl back into child's pose. Forehead to the ground. And just allow the fingertips to trail back to touch the toes. And just lie by the side. And just breathe. You should be feeling a lot of self-love now, because you've come to the mat, you've brought your A game, and you've done a great workout. Take the hands just by your sides, gently lift up, cross the ankles at the back, or if you have any knee problems, just bring the legs out in front anywhere you can. So, draw the left leg out, or whichever one you can choose. Just make sure you swap them. Bring it out in front of you and sit nice and tall on those sitting bones. Remember, we always offer the bend if you like. You can even chuck a pillow underneath there too. if that feels good for you. We're going to take the twist just to the side here. And I hope you're feeling nice and warm. The sun is coming out. Summer is almost here. Strawberries are being sold. And I'm going to put my Christmas tree up soon. Right. And now just twist the other way. Reach nice and long on the outside edge of that foot. And just take that stretch across. Remember, the leg can be slightly bent or it can be straight. All up to you. And just take your eye gaze to that back hip pocket. And just allow yourself to have a few deep breaths here. And then exhale, release, slowly roll it up. And swap sides. Other side, so gentle little twist, turn towards the back. See if you can just tuck that, lift the chin slightly, or tuck the chin depending. Again, nod your head to see where it's at, and then consider that length of your spine. Where is the crown of your head? And then coming back, keeping the foot flexed, reaching all the way across. Hand on the outer edge of that foot. Eye gaze to that hip pocket. Nice and easy breaths here. And slowly release, rolling it all the way up. And bring the feet as close as you can that feels comfortable for you. And just curl yourself into a little ball, rounding through the spine at the top. Head down. Self-love. Everything is alright. Is that a song? I feel like it's a song. Don't worry. Be happy. Be happy now. Slowly roll yourself up. And then you can take yourself down. Nice and easy. Maybe feet wide, knees falling inwards. And you can spend a few moments here on the mat in Shavasana. Maybe you want to curl into that ball again. But remember that you are loved, you are important, and that you are beautiful. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you have a fabulous day. Namaste.